He has got it in bundles. Can he deliver under the lights?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live on the Zone Worldwide and we're ready for our main event of the evening. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing present 10 rounds of action as an official eliminator for the WBA World Welterweight title. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is Andrew Venn. Your WBA official is Ron Pavitt. Your 3 scoring judges at ringside are from England, Bob Williams, from Monaco, Stefan Nicolo, and from Italy, Luigi Bossarelli. Your timekeeper at the bell is James Holborn, and your referee is 8-star referee John Latham. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has come. The referee is here, the judges are ringside, and the fighters are set for action. Sunderland Live Arena, it's a fight, so we gotta make it loud. So give me some noise from the crowd. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed 10 stone, 6 pounds and 5 ounces. Wearing green, white and red, he has a record of 31 fights, 25 wins, 5 defeats and 1 draw. From Tepic, Mexico, it's Miguel Parra. And his opponent boxing out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds and 15 ounces. Wearing black trunks, he has a perfect record. 7 fights, 7 wins, with 5 big wins inside the distance. He's a former Olympic silver medalist and the fighting pride of the Northeast. Hailing from Washington, please welcome McCormack.
Right, let's not step through both your obey me instructions at all times. When I tell you to break, you both break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, and the best note to you both. Touch gloves.
7 fights, 7 wins so far for the precocious Pat McCormack, who with his twin brother Luke, who's 4-0, a part of the Northeast resurgence. It's another key night in the education as he steps up to tackle Miguel Parra, who's been around 12 years. He's fought all sorts at a higher professional level, and he's sure to bring fire here, a long way from Mexico. Home support with McCormack. He's hungry, an eliminator for the WBA title. Plenty on the line as we kick off this autumnal season, live on the home of boxing, DAZN, and it's been some nights so far, Sonny.
Fantastic night. We've had some great fights, some great prospects coming up, but this is a real acid test for Pat McCormack. And as class as he is, you still have to learn the rounds. There's a lot more experience in these length of fights in the Mexican's corner.
Beautiful jabs already from McCormack. Sonny, you've known him for such a long time. He's always been tip-top quality.
Tip-top quality, but not only can he box like we're seeing now, find his way out of shots, good defensive work there, but he loves a fight, Adam.
And what about Parra, Darren, when you saw him up close?
Yeah, he's busy, he's in your face, as we can see here, which I don't think Pat McCormack will mind. He won't have to go looking for him. But he can be rough and rugged at times. But look, I think his kryptonite, if you like, is speed and work to the body. And we've seen already in the past and early in this contest, Pat McCormack had tremendous speed, and his accuracy when he throws shots to the body are on point. That's a lovely right uppercut.
Yeah, sweet shot from McCormack after a bundle missed from Parra, and another right hand, and he started really well, the man from Washington here in Sunderland, and he just can't deal with the speed at the moment, Parra, and he was so wild with some of those hooks.
The accuracy, the judgment of distance from Pat McCormack, it's so hard to stay out of the way and even land clean shots.
And look at the fault in the work as well, Sonny. Look, the jab downstairs, the right hand upstairs, so intelligent in what he does.
And razor focus. He's in the fight for every second of it. He doesn't switch off. He doesn't have these thoughts popping into his head. Does he want to be there? He knows he's a fighter. He's been a fighter since he was knee-high.
Superb jab, backhand, great feet. What a start this is from Pat McCormack. He's an example to every young fighter on what he's done in the first round here.
To be fair, that was good footwork from Parra. He took a little step out of the way because that was a brutal left hook right hand coming his way. He just sort of slid out of range and he did the right thing there.
And it's so impressive for me how McCormack stays so close to the target, so ready to engage, but also so ready to pull out and make you miss by the slight inch. Now, he's going to have to do it for 10 rounds because if the punches land from Miguel Parra, they're going to hurt. He's heavy-handed at him.
And he's swinging from the hip already, Miguel Parra, but it's been a beautiful opening round from Pat McCormack.
Nicely controlled. Yeah, exactly. Nice and consistent as you are, yeah? You know when you're inside, don't wrestle too much to pry him off. Just stay switched on, but just keep tight, relax. Don't wrestle to get him off you, yeah? Don't need to waste any energy there.
Nice and consistent. That start downstairs. Just a few more directly off the approach yet before he's taken off, yeah? Good luck.
As you are.
Corners, 10 seconds. Corners. Round 2.
Black boots, black trunks of the 30-year-old from the Northeast, Pat McCormack. 7-0, 5 knockouts in with Miguel Parra from Mexico. In his 146th round, he's been a professional a long time. Tough, aggressive, and he is coming off 3 wins as well. Has been stopped a couple of times, but he's been in with most. Certainly a higher professional level than McCormack, but this is a WBA eliminator, both ranked in the top 15. Champion Rolly Romero, who of course beat Ryan Garcia in that Times Square May meeting.
Tell you what, he's having a go, Parra. He's trying to be the aggressor. He's trying to rough up Pat McCormack. Old man him, if you like.
Body shot though from McCormack.
Yeah, really, really good. And as I say, doesn't like body shots. He was hurt against Giasov on the pier in Santa Monica. The referee said it was low, it wasn't.
The fighters talking to each other there.
I think he's starting to just give out a couple of distress signals, Miguel Parra. McCormack is sharp, and the body punches, which you normally see from Mexican fighters, are coming back at him.
Talk about Mexican fighters. Is it just me, or facially, does he look a little bit like Marco Antonio Barrera, Parra?
It's not nearly as good. Barrera, Marquez, Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez.
A little there.
They were phenomenal fighters. Pat McCormack, lovely combination. I'm really, Sonny, enjoying his jab here.
And it's the spitefulness of it. It's the accuracy. He's always looking to set up a shot. He knows when he's in a bad position. What does he do? He gets himself out of the way and he closes the gap.
Yeah, look, stabbing left to the body there. Didn't like that, Parra. But that right hand over the jab of Parra is a very, very good eye-catching shot, a hurtful shot. So every time he throws that jab, Parra, it has to be sharp, has to be quick, and it has to come back to his chin.
I think that was more of a body shot really than a low. I don't know if that was just me and the angle that I'm sitting at. It didn't look as low as potentially that the ref thought it was. And he looked blindsided to me there, the ref. He went more on his reaction, I think.
That's obviously the Davidson-Riley strategy to start working the body, the speed, the counter-punching of McCormack. He's a joy to watch tonight.
These right hands are really starting to do the damage. You see a couple of times the legs look slightly unsteady of Parra. Just got to keep sharp, keep accurate with that right hand. Parra needs to keep the hands high, try and get a bit closer, I would say, to McCormack, but easier said than done.
Right
and
hand
you've got
from
the speed.
Parra, though.
The first shot I think he's really landed so far.
Yep. But he knows it's up in level here, McCormack. Not for his amateur pedigree, but as a professional, a seasoned hard campaigner like Parra is perfect at this stage for McCormack.
Combinar sobre todo, Miguel, vas tanto a la primera mano que es imposible combinar.
Escúchale, trabaja, que es trabajando, no te la larga, es trabajando al cuerpo.
Miguel, esto que está pasando es lo lógico.
Yeah, really good boxing. Look at that. It's that right hand. He's got to be a lot more disciplined, Parra, with the position of his lead hand when he's throwing the jab or when he's in range. That's got to be tight. Good shot, though.
And great work there as well, McCormack. Like I said, when he's in an unfavourable position, he negates his opponent's work. He'll tie him up. He's not holding. He's just not letting him get any more work. And then he gets back to his range, and he loves to be there in the fight.
Great corner team there. Barry Smith living every moment as well. They had a fantastic, speedy win with Moses Itauma in Saudi mid-August. I thought we were meant to have a summer holiday. We had that, we had Altrincham. It's been non-stop, hasn't it?
I know, I had a little break though, Adam. I didn't get really called for the overseas one, so I had a break. It's like I was on 6 weeks holiday coming back today.
Okay, we had a holiday, but Darren didn't, did you?
Nah, non-stop. I love it, though.
Travelling the golf courses around the country, around the world.
Get enough of it.
Yeah, he's already planned Belfast with Barry Jones for next week. Third round of this, Pat McCormack, silver medalist in the Olympics, turned in 2022. It's been a little bit slow burning so far from McCormack to get a good win over Robbie Davis Jr. in with Miguel Parra, who's had 25 wins in his long career. He's 32 now. What has he got left? A long way from home.
A bit more rhythm to his work. Miguel Parra, he's definitely upped it, I think, so far in this third round. I don't know how much success he's had doing it, and back comes Pat.
I think the speed is really frustrating Parra. A little hesitant to really commit to the shots at what might come back. The speed of that right hand, the delivery of the shot, so accurate and, yeah, as I've said, very, very hurtful.
And what I find so impressive about Pat, every time he gets to the edge of range, he's feinting, he's giving them something to look at, he's making them adjust, he's making them think about something. Oh, lovely shot.
Parra just falling short with his own jab a couple of times and punished with the right hand. And
he's doing the right thing here, McCormack. He's holding the centre of the ring. What he wants Parra to do is launch an attack so he can come firing back with a counter.
But he's standing in close, isn't he, McCormack?
He loves to fight, Adam. Both those McCormack brothers, they love to fight. They're told to box, they're made to box, but they love to fight.
So is this about discipline for Pat McCormack? Good defence there. But Parra's dangerous. 17 KOs on the record. He's got to be switched on here, McCormack.
And not give him too many opportunities, because he's got the footwork and the skill where he can give him none, but he's not happy with just boxing. He's not happy with just making his opponent fall short. He's meeting him there. He wants to be the man in the centre of the ring. And how rarely do we see a British fighter be able to do this sort of thing against a good level Mexican fighter?
And Sonny's headlining really for the first time in the Northeast. He's loving this limelight, and he could build something really special here. McCormack, good combination. And again with that right hand. Really nice work from McCormack.
Well, what he done there, he brought his feet in. It was a lovely double jab right hand, and he kept Parra on the ropes. Let 4 shots go. There was a good right hand about a minute ago from Parra. And what he done, he took his head off the line to avoid what was coming back.
He's going to get a warning here.
Yep, the corner are complaining second time now. Next one, there's a point, says John Latham. The Mexican corner are not happy at all. There's nothing malicious in this, it's just, he's obviously targeting the body. Ben Davison looks a bit confused in the corner.
I think it's a bit harsh, I do. I think every time they come close, Pat's looking to find his feet and find the target, and often it's that gap in the middle. Great work again, just setting up. He finds his range with the jab. He gets his foot down as he's jabbing, and then the right hand's charged already. And he knows that he's beating him to the punch. He knows he's got the quicker feet and quicker hands, Pat. And he's using it again and again and again. And when he can back his man up, just like there, he's letting his levers go. But he's always ready to pull out on like a hair trigger. When his opponent's ready to throw, he's ready to take it away and negate the attack. Very, very impressive so far through 3 rounds.
It's fine margins, isn't it? It's millimeters, it's split seconds, and that's what this man's got here.
And a lot of fighters, they won't gamble with that. Pat will gamble because he doesn't mind taking a shot. He doesn't. He's not fighting on any sort of instinct of fear. It's excitement.
Round 4.
Fourth round here. Remember, an eliminator for the WBA Welterweight Championship, the IBF 10 stone 7 belt on the line next week. It's the rematch between Donovan and Crocker at Windsor Park. Cannot wait.
The atmosphere there is going to be electric, and if the first fight's anything to go by, we're in for a good night of boxing, that's for sure.
Well, there's a certain other fight in America, Canelo and Crawford, of course, next week, and let's hope that the casual fans get behind what is a phenomenal week in the boxing calendar. We'll be in Belfast on DAZN, but we'll be watching Canelo Crawford a few hours later.
Trying to get closer here, Parra. His hands are high. He's trying his best. Again, I'd like to see him just take that little step to the left and then throw the right, preferably downstairs, then work back upstairs. You see, oh, that's a beautiful counter right uppercut from McCormack.
Yeah, timed that to perfection, didn't he, McCormack? Parra coming back. He's going to be lively, Parra. He's trained hard for this one, and coming off those victories, he will fancy he can take McCormack deep.
And you struggle to really pick as well all-rounded fighter as Pat. What hasn't he got? He's got the spike, he's got the power, he's got the footwork, he's got the elusiveness, he's got the range. He can come forward, he can go back.
And I think one of the things I'm looking at, probably first and foremost, is defense. How good are they defensively? Look, if your opponent can't hit you, he can't win. And defensively, Pat McCormack is so good, he's so sharp. And he never exaggerates the movement, does he, Sonny?
He's so calm. He's making him miss by an inch. He's making a heavy punch miss by an inch. And he's not adjusting his feet because he knows he's in range. He knows that was a better shot from Parra. But still, no flinch from Pat.
Yeah, there was that fantastic Olympic team, probably the best ever, with Yafai and Lauren Price and Ben Whittaker. It was absolutely sparkling. But a lot of people were saying that the most naturally talented is McCormack.
And not just talented, probably the toughest as well.
Seemed to stun Parra for a split second there.
Well, he's executing his punches to perfection here, McCormack.
It's just a shift, a slight shift in tempo from McCormack.
That was low. And that was probably the lowest out of the lot of them, I think.
Got one back from Parra, but look at this jab, crisp and sharp, and the defense of McCormack.
It's the hand defense, Adam, for me. He's parrying, just blocking away because, like I said, he doesn't have that fear. He's just reacting to what's in front of him. He's just dealing on the range. He doesn't mind to ship a shot, but he doesn't want to.
And the focus from McCormack's been very impressive.
Focus and real discipline now in Pat McCormack's career in that Ben Davidson world. Meanwhile, he's been here tonight, Dave Allen, and he's in with a real danger man in Arslanbek Makhmudov. October the 11th at the Utility Arena in Sheffield. You used to train him. It's an amazing story, Dave Allen, and he's not taking an easy touch here.
I'm telling you now, it's splitting opinions, this fight. It really is. You know, the form of Dave Allen, very, very good. And I'll tell you what, he's working his socks off for this. He really, really knows how important a win on October 11th is.
Yeah, he's really started doing well after he left you, Darren, didn't he?
fair point.
We got Darren back on commentary, and that's the good result. That's the positivity. Now, Dave Allen, brilliant guy, and we can't wait to see him against the very heavy-handed Makhmudov. Pat McCormack boxing really well to plan, and naturally so talented here, as Miguel Parra is struggling to land meaningful blows. It's been an all-round example of how to box and not get hit.
And it's so demoralising for someone like Parra when you've sort of planted your feet, you've let 2 hooks go, you've not hit anything, and you've just been countered with 2 very, very quick shots.
And I think one thing that people keep getting impressed with McCormack, on the Team GB when I was on there, if he wanted to, if he woke up wanting to, he'd be the first on the run. He'd be way ahead of pretty much everyone else. He was one of the fittest, most conditioned. They never blow up weight. You never see him with a fat face. They're just 24/7, 365 fighters. I don't think they've got anything else, the McCormack twins.
And he could really light up the northeast. Hurt there. And Parra just shaky. 1:45 into the 5th. And for the first time, McCormack makes a dent in the Mexican, who looks to his corner. And the power of McCormack, well, if he can continue this, it will be his best professional performance by far.
And do you know what it is? It's the accuracy. He very rarely misses with the shots. That right hand, every time he throws it, when he chops down with it.
Looks at the referee there, Parra, half glancing at him and at his corner. These are the distress signals.
His facial expression's almost changing. His body language is almost changing. He's falling down there and just hoping that he's not getting hit. I think he's run out of ideas already. That's what it looks like. But what would you be telling him to do against Pat McCormack? What would you be telling him if he was his corner? I have no ideas what I'd be telling Miguel Parra right now.
I mean, you have to try and bring your feet in. You know, all of this is easier said than done. When look, he's tried to do it there, but the speed of foot from McCormack, very difficult. You know, trying to get that right hand into play, trying to hit the arms, work away when you're here, but you know, he seems to have an answer for absolutely everything that Parra does, McCormack, showing intelligence.
Pat just skipped around the ring, come back to the center. Oh, and Miguel Parra was happy to back off. He was happy to give it a little bit more room to rest.
Body shot there, went in. Parra back with a combination. Again, he just glanced at his corner, and a right hand from McCormack, and I think he's really starting to feel the punishment in there.
Their elbows are starting to come quite wide. I think he's trying to defend the body shots coming. I think the uppercut's there from McCormack.
Because those stabbing jabs are having an effect. It's the only real body shot that he's going for now, especially since getting a couple of warnings. But he's hurting him to the head, he's hurting him to the body.
And it's a weary walk back to the corner for Miguel Parra, and now the round ticked off for Team McCormack.
Just stay on him, yeah?
Yeah, some big,
Outboxed and outclassed Aaron at the moment.
Yeah, some big, deep breaths there in the corner from Parra, but look at the speed, look at the timing, the know-how, and look, there was a real glimpse of somebody who's enjoying himself in there. He just looks at Parra right at the end of that round, McCormack, saying, I want to get you in the next round. And we've already heard there, Ben Davison in the corner saying, let's up the tempo now. Let's see if McCormack responds, Sonny.
Like I said earlier, when I say Pat McCormack loves to fight, he loves to fight. There isn't, oh, that shot landed, a bit of negative thoughts. He loves it. If he gets caught off a shot, he'll smile. He's a psychopath.
Second half, WBA welterweight eliminator.
Get out of the ring, Ben Davison. What's going on?
John Latham just putting them into the neutral corner. And off we go. Second half of this one. It's been a fight that has been totally dominated by the skills of the former outstanding amateur from here in the Northeast, Pat McCormack, and the outstanding Tony Bellew has given him every round, as I'm sure you two have.
Every second of every round. And look how mature the inside work is. When he does want to tie up, he's making him not even be able to throw a punch in that quick. And he's happy to just sit there in the pocket. He's happy there. And he's letting him have a little work, and I'm sure a burst of energy is going to come here from Pat McCormack in a second.
A good little chopping right hand from Parra. Keep that left hand up when he's inside. McCormack will just take that little step to his right hand side. Lovely counter right hand though. A nice spin back to the centre of the ring.
This was the round that he stopped Robbie Davis Jr. in February. He's had a gap, McCormack. He needs to keep busy. But if he can take this eliminator for the WBA title, I wonder if Eddie would fancy him against Romero within the next 6 to 12 months.
I can't lie, I don't rate Romero the highest, and if you told me that Pat was fighting him in his next fight, I'm picking Pat.
Yeah, he's been undone a couple of times, hasn't he? And
oh, that was low.
That was low, and he's going to get a point here. And for all his good work, Pat McCormack, he's been warned, and the third time John Latham takes a point.
But he's got the points to lose right now, I think, Adam. I don't think Pat's going to look into that too much. He's won every second of every round so far, and I think Parra is very much accepting the rest there. But that was low, that one. The lowest of them all.
Well, he can have time. He'll want to crack on. He looks in his corner. It just doesn't feel like anything's really going right for Parra.
Well, he's second best. He's just not as good as his opponent. We're seeing that in front of our eyes. I mean, look at the speed, the jab, the 1-2 there, just class.
I wonder if McCormack will just see that as a sign to up the tempo and try and get his man out of there, because a win on points, a very solid win, excellent, but a stoppage against Parra in his 8th fight, well, it really sends a bit of a statement, doesn't it?
It does, and look, I wouldn't mind picking the brains of Parra afterwards and sort of gauge his comparison between another top amateur and Sakram Giasov. You know, a established, well-decorated amateur. He went points. It was a split decision. I don't think it was. I thought Giasov won it relatively comfortable, but you know, to get the opinion of someone that shared the ring with both was interesting.
Well, you're probably going to need to know some Spanish to do that, Darren, I think.
I was just thinking.
Fluent.
Yeah, you'll be all right with that.
Sí.
Poquito el español.
Right hand from McCormack, and just trying here, Parra, but hitting a lot of fresh air, and the quality with McCormack.
Probably been Parra's best round so far, though, I think. Landed a few more times than he has been. I think it went a couple of rounds and he barely landed a shot, so a bit more welcoming signs to Parra might give him a bit more confidence to start pushing back in the second half of this fight.
Well, he's got that experience all the rounds, but he keeps walking in to single shots from McCormack, who's good on his feet, and Parra again made to pay.
And you could see that one hurt him. Look, that's not behind his head, he's complaining. You could see that hurt him. You could see there was a big, deep gust of breath near the end of that round from Miguel Parra.
Sonny, I mentioned the distress signals that seem to be creeping in.
Yeah, definitely, and he's looking to complain a little bit, and you can see the sort of energy fading. I think after that low blow, the little rest, he definitely came out of a bit more gumption, a bit more ambition, and a bit more belief. But maybe he was just angry, to be honest, and started letting those shots go a bit heavier. But I don't know, apart from the point taken off, that's probably still another McCormack round.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. Lubin back. One of the great fighters in world boxing. Saturday, November the 8th. The fight nights just keep coming and coming on DAZN. Autumn and winter, busiest time of the year. Every week, Darren, something to look forward to.
Yeah, there really is. You know, it's a stacked schedule right up till Christmas.
Into the 7th. Pat McCormack in the black, Miguel Parra in the Mexican colors. 10 stone 7 division. This is the 43rd round of McCormack's career, but 151st for Parra, who's just starting at times to liven up, but he walks into another right hand.
And do you know what it is as well? Look, we spoke about the very good attributes that he has, McCormack, but when he lets the shots go, there's no signs, there's no shows. You can't see them coming.
And even all of these shots are spiteful and sharp and hurtful from Pat. At no point does he really try to overextend for the knockout. We saw it against Robbie Davies Jr. It's like he just enjoys picking his opponent apart and breaking them down and hurting them, really.
And you also watch him and you think he can step it up more levels. I mean, look, would you say he's in second, third gear here? there's still a lot more that he can be doing, and we're going to see that as he goes through the levels.
Because even though he knows he's that good, he always respects the boxing ring. That's why he doesn't give no easy targets. And it's what I say to the young fighters. Don't go in there thinking, oh, I'm this special, I'm this good all the time. Respect the boxing ring and it respects you back. And he does that fundamentals on top, but he's always looking to hurt his opponent.
The right hand at times just can't miss. And now he brings an uppercut into the arsenal as well, and Parra is being dismantled here.
And I think that's the first time he's thrown an uppercut, Pat McCormack. With the shots that he's been doing, again, it's been getting the same, and it's working. That was probably the first uppercut I've seen him throw.
I think he's waited for that till he's maybe sees the Mexican tiring. Not overextended with that uppercut, used it really well there.
Yeah, and the body language, not great from Parra. Everything's slowed down now.
So often he's been made to miss by less than an inch. He's just shrugging back. Look at that, shrugging back, made to miss by millimeters there. And again, look at that, fantastic elusive work from Pat.
It's exhausting, isn't it, Sonny? When you got something like that.
Right hand, hands down there of Parra, and is this the moment for McCormack to strike late on in the 7th? Can he throw some meaty combinations to really test Parra's resilience?
Tell you what, fair play to Parra here. He's taking some heavy shots.
And there's nothing wrong with the punches coming as well. Nothing wrong.
Well, he's tough, he's strong, he's rarely stopped, but he looks at his corner. And this might be a last hurrah from Miguel Parra. Pat McCormack really turning up the turbo in the 7th.
Yeah, only 10 seconds left in this round, but a sustained attack in the 8th could be all she wrote.
Oh-ho!
Jab to the body. And he looks a lost soul as he goes back to the red corner. Well, he's lost every round. He's tough, he's strong, and he's trying his best in there, but McCormack is just on a different level.
And I don't think there was no way he was expecting this. I really don't. I don't think he was expecting a constant barrage of heavy, sharp shots. And every time he goes to try and throw his own work back, being made to miss by the smallest of margins and often countered. It's been a relentless but meticulous, monotonous pace from Pat. It's just a constant barrage of something coming, something landing, and it's very, very calm in that blue corner. Ben Davison giving a little bit of instruction, putting the mouth guard in. Keep doing what you're doing.
McCormack with a wink to referee John Latham, who has taken a point off him, and that's the only thing that's gone slightly wrong. Everything else, fantastic from McCormack tonight. Exactly the sort of performance that Eddie Hearn, Ben Davidson, Frank Smith, the team wanted. And, well, Darren said it, is this the 8th round for a McCormack stoppage? Can he force it?
Yeah, and look, I'm sure Parra would have done bundles of sparring and felt he'd be able to deal with the speed of McCormack, but it's not until you get in there with someone that carries this elite level speed that you find it so hard, demoralizing, because you just can't get anything off and you're just getting caught at will.
He breaks down opponents, McCormack. Only 2 have gone the distance. Heavy hands, as well as the boxing brain, and that jab is just wonderful in the right hand, and Parra has no answer.
And he's almost stopped Parra from throwing.
And that check hook was lovely, by the way. Absolute pivot, took himself out of danger, landed a nice, spiteful, clean shot. Getting to his range, to his timing, making Parra fight completely on his song sheet.
Look, if we're not going to get stoppage here, I think what we want to see is McCormack come out of this unscathed. No injuries, no cuts, nothing. Just get the win now so we can move on. We want to see this man active, busy. He's that good. We deserve to see him.
Well, he had that little injury that kept him out of time, but I think every time he's been in a professional boxing ring, it's been like a boxing blue film, Adam.
I remember talking to him a few years ago when Ben Shalom was looking to sign him for Sky, and he just as you said, is a boxing man through and through. Right hand from Parra, and that's good to see. He's got some fight in him still. But McCormack, he's been built for this. Is he a world champion in waiting?
Oh.
Again, looks at his corner, Parra. There's the spirit, there's glimpses of what he has done through his career. But you just feel if McCormack can sustain something here.
Well, he hasn't slowed down Adam either. The hand speed is still as it was in the first round. They're just trying to draw out the lead from Parra so he can look for that right hand again.
Does Ben Davison, Darren, want the stoppage, or does he want the 10 rounds in the bank?
It's a win-win, I think at this stage it'd be lovely to get a late stoppage, wouldn't it? Really turns heads, it helps put bums on seats. But ultimately, coming through unscathed, getting the win, the most important thing.
Good finish to the round for McCormack. Parra survives, and all credit to him. He's earned his money tonight, Miguel Parra. A hard man.
Finding the range, body to head, setting him up. Parra doesn't know where he's aiming for. It's coming around the side, it's coming through the middle. There's a constant change of angles, constant change of angle of attack. I am so impressed. Look, I've been impressed for, you know, I genuinely was on Team GB, wishing I could box like Pat, wishing I could box like Luke. They are savages. They are not only master artist boxers, controlling the range, controlling the action, but they have that toughness that isn't bred through normal amateur boxing circuit.
That fire, that spite, that aggression that you want to see, coupled with skill and ability.
You two had it though.
I don't know about
No, I used to move my feet and hope I didn't get hit. Pat doesn't care. He just makes you miss so he can hit you harder.
9th round. Hope you're enjoying it. Live on DAZN. Great start to the autumnal season. We've had a really good night. We've seen Leo Atang, TMA Ayton, some fantastic performances. How about Troy Williamson winning the English super middleweight title, and along with Pat McCormack, they can sell bundles of tickets up here in the Northeast. We want to come back.
Yeah, and I think they've got the talent to really come back. And I think after this show tonight, genuinely, I think the interest, the excitement, I think anyone that's not here witnessing these world levels of display of boxing talent, they're missing out on the storyline.
He's having one last hurrah here, Parra. He started this round really well, letting his hands go.
Well, there's no quit. There's no giving him at all. Even when he has been looking a bit, I think it's been more like, wow, this kid is good. Looking at his corner thinking, wow, this kid's got everything.
Well, he's been in with 31 other opponents. And as Darren said earlier, it'd be very interesting to see what his take of Pat McCormack is, because our take is that McCormack has boxed excellently tonight. Oh. Really sharp, thoughtful, intelligent, pugilistic skill with hand, feet, and a cracking defense.
And they're all-time fighting at high probability, high percentages of success. All setting the traps and making his opponent pay.
There's that uppercut again.
There's some blood though on the nose of McCormack. I hope that's not a cut.
Yep, he has had damage before, McCormack. We don't want to see him out for too long. It'd be nice for him to get another fight in before Christmas.
But he falls in and he misses a shot there, Pat. But he still gave no opportunity for his opponent to counter. He catches himself so well and he finds his feet and resets so well. And that's how he can find shots like that over and over again.
And again now, Parra's hurt. 50 seconds left in the 9th round. And maybe now, McCormack's performance, which has been so good, will get the dream ending.
Oh, the referee was very, very close then to jumping in. He done the right thing, Parra, just grabbing hold of McCormack. But what a combination that was.
Now we'll see how potent he is, Pat McCormack. And he wants the stoppage, and he wants it right now. Body shots, and Parra is going to do well to get through these next 20 seconds.
Showing a good engine as well, McCormack, to be able to go through the gears in this 9th round after being out since February.
And he's still got more. He's still got more gears to go for, I promise.
Another right hand. John Latham having a close look. It's all McCormack. The bell's going to come any second. Will he get the stoppage? Almost did, but the Mexican survives the round. John Latham smiles at us. I think he was about a second away from stopping.
Very, very close. Twice then to stopping that. And you couldn't have argued either.
Pat took a little look over Ben's corner to have a look at his opponent's face there. And the work he put in. What a tough, tough man Miguel Parra is.
Costas Yu, one of the greats, one of the modern legends, at the end of the 11th round against Ricky Hatton, said no more, and it's happened again. Miguel Parra has been pulled out, and Pat McCormack gets the stoppage win. The hug for Davison, for Wiley, and Barry Smith. Brilliant from McCormack tonight. He wins the WBA welterweight eliminator. And I'll tell you what, Sonny, I think he's a world champion in waiting.
I think so, and I think he could get there sooner rather than later. I thought that was a perfect decision from Miguel Parra's corner, because Pat McCormack was going to come out like a pit bull, because he could smell blood. He knew, he looked over and he saw the anguish. He was coming out there and he was going to set about Miguel Parra in a despicable way.
If he can stay injury-free, if he can stay right on it, Pat McCormack, Darren, surely showed us tonight exactly the ability he's transferred from amateur to pro.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. There's not a great deal missing at all, is there? Like I say, they're really going through the gears in that 9th round. It was an impressive victory, one I would grade an A. It was a punch, almost perfect. A lot to like about this young man. There really, really is. He's got the world at his feet. Some tougher, sterner tests to come, but so far he is ticking all the boxes.
Of course there are sterner tests to come, but already Sonny said put him in with Rolly Romero. I mean, is he that good? Could he win a world title?
On it, Adam. I'd bet my house on him beating Rolly Romero, and in big fashion as well. I don't think it would even be remotely competitive.
He's had 8 fights, maybe. He does it in the next couple, the challenge. Pat McCormack. We have a very, very good fighter from the Northeast, and he's lit up Sunderland tonight.
I'll tell you what, a word for the corner of Parra as well. I like that. There is absolutely no point him going out for another round there. He's just going to take more stick. He got absolutely walloped at the end of that 9th round, so fair play to the corner there.
And he clearly had so much engine left. Pat had engine left. He had another gear or two to go into, it looked like to me.
Very courageous, Miguel Parra. Well done for his part in it. And Pat will be keeping a close eye on this one next Saturday, the All-Irish World Title Showdown at welterweight at Windsor Park. Lewis Crocker, Paddy Donovan colliding for the vacant IBF title. It's a blockbuster night. Pro debut of Molly McCann, cruiserweight sensation. Pat Brown on the card. I wonder if Pat will come over to Belfast with us to spy on Donovan and Crocker, because he's going to be in with them soon.
One thing I'm happy with, very quickly, is only a little nick on the nose of McCormack.
That's good. Let's get to Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 9, Miguel Parra was retired by the red corner. Therefore, your winner by TKO, Pat McCormack.
8th victory in a row for Pat McCormack. An eliminator for the WBA title secured by late stoppage. What a dramatic night we've had in Sunderland. Troy Williamson winning the English title, and now Pat McCormack, when it was a boxing masterclass. That's what it was, and he could take a bow. Can't wait to see the development of this exciting youngster, and Jamie will be getting a word with him.
Okay, Pat, congratulations. We'll bring you straight in. Pat, we are live on the zone. In terms of performance, through 8 fights, your first headliner, which we'll talk about, where would you rank that so far in this journey? How do you sum that up?
Yeah, good performance. Obviously, first one home, had to put a show on. So, yeah, I'm buzzing with performance. Obviously, all my coaches, Ben Lee, working on it in the gym, got the tactics bang on, so I would have went out then.
A word on Miguel Parra. Certainly a tough man. This was seen as the acid test